Hello and welcome to my tutorial of Thorgate, the base game corp which lets you feel like Palpatine. Let's get started. Thorgate starts with 48 mega credits, 1 power prod, a power tag, and its ability reads: when you play a power tag or the standard project power plant, you pay 3 mega credits less for it. Thorgate in the base game is known to be one of the weaker corps. Its starting cash is slightly above average, and 1 power prod to start with is certainly nice. This allows you to immediately play power-hungry cards, and there are some great ones to choose from. So why is Thorgate considered to be a lower tier corp? Let's start off with the power tag on the corp. In the base game, there are only 2 cards that rely on power tags: Power Supply Consortium and Power Grid. No milestone or reward. That's not a great start. But what about its ability? Well, in the base game, every power tag except Power Infrastructure, which sucks, gives you Power Prod. Sure, some of them have secondary effects, but they are still heavily centered around Power Prod. This means Thorgate is very good at one thing: getting that Power Prod. And sure, it is useful, but power is only a way to get other stuff. In the base game, you only use it to get power-hungry cards down, or actively for a few select cards, or you use it as heat. This makes Thorgate strong at one specific thing, and that thing only. Compare it to Credit Core, which gets a discount on a variety of the strongest cards in the game and also has a higher amount of starting capital. So in my opinion, you should only pick Thorgate if you have 1 or 2 really strong power-reliant cards that Thorgate either allows you to play and use immediately or gives you a way easier path towards. Try to use your ability to get power production cheaply, then play power-hungry cards, oxygen bumpers, and other cards that use power. Also, don't shy away from using the standard project power plant if this allows you to play crucial cards such as Strip Mine or Electrocat. You pay only 8 for 1 power prod, which is only slightly worse than the project card power plant for other corps. This also means if you can get a hold of standard tech, you have an insanely easy way to increase your power as much as you want. How useful is this? Well, there are 27 power-hungry cards and 8 cards that directly use power in the base game. That's around 17% of all cards in the base game. So you're guaranteed to get a few of them, and with Thorgate you're never not able to play them. Power prod cards are usually a bit more expensive than cards that give the same amount of heat prod. So using power as heat is an option as Thorgate, but not as good as you might think. In terms of milestones, Thorgate has a hard time in the base game. None of them directly benefit you. Since all power-hungry cards and also all cards that use power directly are building packs, you might have a slight edge on builder, as other corps have a harder time playing those. Also, many of the city cards use up power prod, so you can also try to go for mayor, but again, these bonuses are not huge. Thermalist might be an option for an early fund if you amass huge power prod. Now we get to the interesting part of the video, the expansion changes. Preludes, Venus Next, and Turmoil do not offer anything of significance for Thorgate. But in Hellas and Elysium, Energizer and Industrialist were introduced. Both heavily favor this corp. But the big kicker comes with colonies. Trading with colonies can be really strong, and normally it is mainly done by using power, since this is the cheapest way to do it. Thorgate can easily get to 3 power prod, or even 6 if you have a second trade fleet, and can normally start trading in Gen 2 already. This also heavily increases the value of all colony-related cards, albeit for placing colonies, increasing the payoff, reducing travel costs, or giving you a second trade fleet. This expansion strongly increased the value of power prod cards, which is both good and bad for Thorgate. Good because you have a discount on them and can play them more easily, and bad because your opponents will more often keep them for themselves, not passing them to you in the draft. So all in all, I think Thorgate is a mediocre to bad corp in the base game, but gains a lot of strength when playing with Hellas and Elysium, and especially colonies. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on Thorgate, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Also, follow me on Twitch to catch me streaming Terraforming Mars over there. See you in the next video.